Now then everybody, welcome to Foot Talkers. Thank you very much for coming along and enjoying the channel, the journey, subscribing. It's been absolutely quality over the last 24 hours of support that's been given. Appreciate a lot of it comes straight through from FootBin, but I hope that a lot of the video content that I can put out there is helpful for you guys as well. But honestly, thank you very, very much. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, get involved, drop us a message, click the thumbs up. It means so much to me seeing the channel grow as quick as it has in 2.5 weeks. We're going into basically every weekend. On the Sunday it'll be another week in, so it's just been far better than I expected it to be, guys, so a huge thank you. So today's video is all about the 4-3-3-4 formation basically, and I'll be honest with you guys, it was something that just came across me on a drafts game. As always, you're limited to your options of what you do in terms of formations. If you've seen any of my previous videos, I promise you this wasn't going to be in my top formations with instruction tactics and things like that, simply because it was something that I'd never played with on this FIFA really. But I came onto it on drafts and it was absolutely quality. So what I want to do basically is show you what I was playing with. I've taken it into divisions as well, and it's ace. It really is. I'll explain a bit more. So what I've done here, this isn't how I go into game with the bad chemistry. If you've seen any of my videos, I need 100% chemistry, but it's just a simple factor of in game I'll put Neymar into it, and Robin comes in as well off the bench. And it's typically I can't remember what formation I typically play normally, but anyway, this is the formation that I have been playing with and having a hell of a lot of fun with as well. So first of all, that is the setup of how it works, and it's very attack minded. That's what I'd say about this formation. If you're not good at defending, it's probably not going to be your formation, I'll be honest with you. But if you're needing to get a win, everyone always needs a win, but if you are, let's say 65th minute, 1-0 down, 2-0 down, 100% this is the formation to go for. You have so much attacking options, it's unreal. So the idea basically is, guys, that custom tactics, let's just quickly have a nose at. This is how I play. I go press after possession loss. I don't go constant or anything like that, just simply because it just doesn't work, especially if you're going to be playing this formation for the vast majority of the game, which I have been doing. Maybe if you were looking at putting it on from this formation from 75 minutes, constant pressure, but from personal experience, what I find is when I've done that, you just get countered against, and it's just boring. It's just absolutely boring, because you just know that as soon as you've lost that ball, regardless of where it is, you're gonna have no defence, no cover, and they just score and it's game over. So press after possession loss, that's the one I go for. Width, I take it a little bit wider. Again, like a lot of the formations, I just set this up just as a kind of like in drafts. I thought, let's just see how it goes. Won the first game. I wish I'd have recorded it, to be honest, just to give you a bit of like in-game play of it, because like I said, I just didn't know what to expect with it. So I go 2, 4, 6 in width, 4 in depth. Again, I wouldn't recommend to go any higher with that, simply because you're already attacking enough as it is, and you want to just reduce any factor of somebody having an easy opportunity at scoring against you, because they will have opportunities against you in this formation. It's just a fact. And then on an offensive style, I've gone long ball. I've tried two styles in this: long ball and fast build up. They were the two that I tried out. I didn't go for possession or balance or anything like that, because I wanted to have a bit of fun with it. I wanted to kind of like push forward and see what attacking options I had. But long ball seemed to work extremely well, and it'll make sense a little bit more so when I show you the instructions of individual players in a second. And again, width, I've gone a bit kind of like, again, higher here as well, because I want that width. I want to stretch their defence, and again, it all comes relevant. And then again, players in the box, I probably say on every formation that I play, I'll usually have around about 6. 5, 6 is, you know, typically what I'd go for. And then again, if you've seen any of my other videos, 2 and 2, free kicks, corners. So that's how I set up in game. As soon as them subs will come on, obviously the formation changes into this. And then instructions for players. Let's start at the back. Don't do it with keeper, never do, just leave it as it is. I said before, if they make a mistake, you blame yourself and mess about with that, so I just leave it as it is. Fullbacks, same for both of them. Balance on attacking run, conservative interception and overlap. Somebody once asked me on a previous video and I said I'd explain why I go conservative, and I do it on all my defenders, except for that one. So, the idea here is that the reason I do that is because, again, if you are in an attacking team, yeah, it's great if you've got the kind of support around you to pounce in and try and win that ball. But I find that for percentage game, I suppose, that you will maybe 50-50 for winning and losing it, but the 50% that you don't win that ball, you've left a massive gap in behind you, like your centre backs, and that's when you'll get counted against. And it's just, again, like I said a minute ago, it's boring when they concede goals like that, because if you're like me and you like to create nice goals and effective, and then all of a sudden you're playing against someone that just does one long ball or does the whole pass to your centre forward, you lunge in to tackle and you miss it, they've passed it back to the centre attack, oh, they're calm, and boom, straight in behind with a pass to the forward. It happens all the time and it's just rubbish. So I've kind of like eradicated that doesn't happen in my team really anymore, because I've put it on conservative for all my defenders. So anyway, I have balanced for attacking runs, conservative for interceptions, and overlap for getting out to basically support any player that's out wide. Same for my other fullback there, and I've got to say that for Chichi now with his new What If upgrade, if you've not played with him, I certainly recommend him. Centre backs, stay back, conservative, done. Then into my midfield, I still want to keep that little bit of support, so this is why I keep Casemiro in there. Stay back whilst attacking, and the rest of it is just kind of like as it is. It's just set. When you go onto it, you will see that's how you'd see it when you first go on. Balance, but I always leave stay back whilst attacking. Another just an idea, just to let you know, when I have been in a game and I have been behind, what I've often done, I've taken Casemiro out, put Toni Kroos in there, and then dropped that stay back and just put it as a balance. That's how I've altered it, but often through at least 70% of the game, I will have Casemiro as stay back. Wayne Rooney, balance, everything's balanced, because I just think that's the kind of player he is. I don't want him to be on stay forward, because I've had it on stay forward with him and he is very attack minded and he stays forward, and then I've got big holes in my midfield. So it might be different for everybody's team depending on who you've got, but I'd say players like, well, your box-to-box midfielders, you want to have balanced on, in my opinion. That's what you want to have as your left centre mid. And then Dybala, this is where I'm a bit different probably from any of the other videos you might see for tutorials or ideas for formations, instructions, custom tactics and all that jazz. Because what I like to do on a defensive support, a lot of people will have this as come back on, because they feel like the more support you've got back, the bigger, or the less chance there is of conceding. But I almost see Dybala for me as that supported striker, so I just leave it as balanced. But I also, what I do with him, I do play him as a free roam, and I want him to be able to kind of like shift around. And this will completely, again, it depends what quality team you've got. But what I would say is Neymar's quality in that position, Dybala's quality in that position, Kaká, there's your typical centre attacking midfielders are perfect for a free roam. If they've got the AI intelligence, they will make the runs and things like that. You're not really going to notice them out of position as such, because if it were Casemiro on free roam, then that's when big holes start appearing. But Dybala is that second striker, or just that additional support from midfield to attack. Free roam works amazingly well, really, really well. So try that one out, guys. And then out wide, again, different for different players, because what I've done, I've got a left footer on the left wing. No, I don't. I've got a left footer on the right wing and a right footer on the left wing, so I can do the cut inside if I want to, and do the cheeky finesse like you might have seen with the Nedved goal yesterday. But this is what I wanted to show you, is defensive support, stay forward. Chance creation, cut inside, because it's Robben on his left foot. He's got a terrible right foot, so I'm not bothered. I want him to come in as much as possible so I can give myself that opportunity of curling it, finesse finish with that left foot. Supported runs, getting behind as well. Always do that, especially when you've got that tactic what I had a second ago where it was long ball, because all of a sudden you've made the tactics set up already to go long ball, but you've also given individual players in your team the instruction to get in behind, so you'll see. And again, if you watch that Nedved video from yesterday, you'll see that a lot of the play that we do, or I do, and co-ops, whatever it might be, we'll have our fullbacks on the ball, and then we'll just send the ball over, lofted through ball, and because they're naturally already doing that run, they're always getting behind. So the bottom two, crosses, support, and interception. Again, interception, I've changed this up, I've gone aggressive. I think I did for Dybala as well. It's just an approach where I just feel like if you win that ball back in their half, you've got a hell of a chance of kind of getting a goal there, 100%. So yeah, Robben, stay forward, cut inside, getting behind, balance on crosses, and aggressive on the interceptions. Neymar, similar, depending on what you've got, which player you've got there. But Neymar's he's a 5-star, so it doesn't matter for me if he's on his left foot or right foot. So for that, I don't care if he cuts in. He's just balanced his creation of runs. But what I said is stay forward. He's not good at defence, so I'll leave him up front, and that's where his qualities shine, one would say. Chance creation, balanced. This depends. You could change this up depending on what you wanted to do. Again, if you had somebody similar to Robben, or but on the left hand side that just wanted to cut inside, that had a weak foot, then yeah, get him on a sort of cut inside and things like that. But for me and Neymar, balanced, stay forward, getting behind, balanced again on the crosses, and aggressive. Same thing with Neymar. Works an absolute treat, guys. It really, really does. And then finally, Eto'o. This is again completely up to you what you want to do, but if you've got a pacey strike, which I'd say that the vast majority you all do now, it's certainly the meta of this FIFA. I have supported runs, balanced. I don't want him to drift wide, I don't want him to stay central, I just want him to be in them positions that he can run behind, full back, centre back, or even in between the centre backs. And I feel if I adjust that, I'd be annoyed again if he didn't make that run, and I'd be questioning myself, is it because I put him on this supported run type? Attacking run, getting behind, again, that pace, that power you want to get in, that's where you get your chances. Interceptions, just the same as Neymar, Dybala and Robben, aggressive, just gives you even more of a chance of getting that ball back. And then obviously for my striker, stay forward. And honestly, I said earlier in the video, I wasn't planning on doing this formation at all because I've just simply never played with it. And if you are the same, if you've not even thought about playing this formation, give it a go. I don't even feel like it's a formation like the 4-4-2 where it takes 10 to 15 games to get used to it. This is a formation genuinely where first game or two you see, bloody hell, that's, you see them spaces, you see them openings, and it's just a very, very attacking formation, and it's fun, and again, what do we play this game for? I know it can be stressful trying to get into weekend league or trying to achieve that elite or goal or whatever it is that you're targeting, but have a bit of fun with it as well. Change it up, change your players around, and I found from doing this formation, it's worked a hell of a treat for me. So yeah, guys, give it a whirl, and if you like it, if you're gonna have a go, leave a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button. Let's try and get to 300 subscribers by the end of this week. That'd be absolutely quality. And I wouldn't be here without you guys, and it's enormous thank you from me on behalf of all the likes and comments and subscribes that we've already got. But for today, guys, that's everything. Toodaloo.